guys, welcome back, and just out on a little jaunt after work, just before hopefully the sun hits, or the sun goes down I should say. It's getting dark, so I've got the lights on. I wanted to try out the new pads and the new pedals. Yeah, I wanted to try out the new pads and pedals, so hopefully get a bit of footage before it gets too dark, because I don't think the 360 will come up particularly well in the dark. But just a quick kind of, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles, just there and back, just to get a feel for them. So far, absolutely loving it. The pads and the pedals just feel so much more responsive than the stock stuff, which, you know, it's not surprising, but I was surprised at how good. I mean, the pedals just lock you in tight, they're so good. And like with the spikes on, and then like the Godzilla pads are just amazing, so comfortable and just in the right place. Hi guys, I've just been out on the trails, and I've got to say I absolutely love the Godzilla pads and the Galway or Big Ode studded honeycomb pedals. The difference it makes. Now, I did do a test on last week's video, so if you haven't checked that out, please check that out, of the install and how you put them on and all that sort of stuff, if you want to know that sort of thing. But I wanted to go out on the trails and properly test them out and see what it's like. And I've got to say the difference is just night and day. Like between the stock pedals, which granted only had sort of grip tape, and they do if you've just got your unicycle for the first time. And I bought some cheap plasticky kind of 3D printed pads, side pads, which again done the job, but you know, clearly are not, you know, amazing. But for me, like let's start with the pedals. So the sheer grip on the pedals is brilliant. There's no sliding around. The studs are kind of raised but not smooth, so which means like when your shoes on there, it really does grip them.
the difference in being able to accelerate and brake using those pedals is so much better and so much more responsive. So yeah, highly recommended if you haven't gone to like the studded sort of pedals. Now, don't get me wrong, they are expensive. You know, they're 130, 140 odd pounds, so they're not cheap. And like me, you know, if you've bought the unicycle, it's more expense, but it's definitely worth the investment in my opinion, especially if you do off-roading and trailing like I do. So let's move on to Grizilla pads. So Grizilla pads, I looked around different pads over the course of the last sort of month of, you know, what would be the best ones. I'm not an expert on these, so I'm just giving you my opinion on what I think of these particular ones. So these Grizilla pads I'd seen on a couple of other channels like Madpax. He reviewed them and was really good. I've seen a couple of people on rides that had them. They seem to get on really well with them. So I thought I'd give them a go, and I've got to admit they're just fantastic. They're so comfortable, and after a bit of riding, obviously with them having Velcro and stuff like that, you just adjust them to the right place. Like the front ones were great, but the back ones needed bringing in a little bit, so I could kind of lean back on the brakes a bit more and things like that. And they're just really comfortable and shaped the right way in two parts as well. So you can move those two parts around where you're comfortable, right, to your riding style. And I think that's really important rather than these fixed type pads. It just makes all the difference. And again, makes all the difference in terms of maneuverability, acceleration, and braking. So yeah, so that's my thoughts. I love them. I can't wait to do more riding on these. Typical when I went out and when this video was recorded, if you're watching this now, it's probably a week or so ago. It wasn't warm or anything like that. It was about 10 degrees, but it's now raining, so it might be a little while before I get back out again, depending on weather. But I'm glad I got out there on the trails in the evening as well. It was really nice. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, take it easy. Bye-bye.